அன்பார்ந்த பெரியவர்களே, தாய்மார்களே, உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் என்னுடைய இனிய மாலை வணக்கம். My respectful greetings to all the great people sitting here, the sons of Bharat Mata. We are meeting thousands of miles away, crossing continents, crossing seas. The spirit of being an Indian, the spirit of being a Bharatian is the common thread that is connecting all of us today evening. I know many of you have left our country many years back. I can recall a very favorite poet of mine, the great Mundasukaving and Mahakavi Bharati, many years back, maybe hundreds of years back, 1970, 1980. He made this very important statement. Thirai kadal odiyum traviyam thedu. If you have the thirst for knowledge, if you really want to see a better world, cross seas. Go and pursue opportunities. Go and create a better world. In that spirit, people who are sitting in this audience have crossed seas, thousands of miles. You have come here. You have created a great nation, a fantastic nation, possibly no other nation in all the years of human civilizational existence can claim to be a nation that is prosperous, a nation that is superpower, like what America is today. But very importantly, all of you have come here, done it with an Indian spirit. Indian spirit. Whatever you are doing here, you are doing it with the Indian spirit. You are our biggest brand ambassadors, biggest ambassadors of Bharat Mata. We could have one ambassador sitting in Washington. We could have a couple of deputy ambassadors sitting in San Francisco and different parts of US. But the biggest ambassadors of our country are you people. You have carried that spirit. You have never let down the guard of being an Indian. At the same time, you have two different homes to balance. For me also at different points of time within India, I always had that oscillation. As a Tamil guy, I studied in different parts of India. I worked in different parts of India. But whatever I did it, I carried that Tamil spirit. I was loyal to all the states, all the people I served. I kept their better things in my heart. So sitting here, I can fully understand what all of you must be going through, growing up your children here, creating a great society. So my compliments, my respectful greetings to all of you for that. Secondly, the organizers here. It is not easy to organize a program in US by doing a day job that is important to you and giving up your time on a Sunday. You all have come here on a Sunday, giving up your time. I would like to pay my compliments to Chandru Bamraji, SFO chapter president of the Overseas Friends of BJP, Raghavendran ji, who gave an introduction and who was kind enough to say some nice words about me also, some lies about me, and the Tamil Nadu Overseas Friends of BJP, a core team member, Raghavendran Anna, who is sitting here, and my dear brother Aravind Ishwaran, who has come to US many years back. But his heart always beats for Tamil Nadu BJP, sits here, does a lot of great things for us in social media. I would like to pay my respects for him. And the Bharati Tamil Sangam was instrumental in founding it. Rajan sir, always his heart beats for our country. And Shyamlata, who is somewhere there, and who is the current president and doing a very wonderful job of leading this Bharati Tamil Sangam. I would like to pay my compliments. And very importantly, my brother from Tamil Nadu BJP, Surya SG, who is our state secretary. For a long time, you would have seen on TV and in social media at different points of time, where it is not very fashionable to go to Tamil media and different BJP, not very fashionable to speak nationalist thoughts. At a very young age, he carried that burden. For a long time, he carried that burden. He was he was a force by himself. So right now, there are a lot of people to give him support, but we all have to remember that he did it when there was nobody with him, all alone, defending it in Tamil Nadu and different media. And my dear sister Harini, who is sitting somewhere in the last row with her 3-month-old baby. And thank you so much for coming. And my love and respects and greetings to your dear child. Thank you so much. It is not easy to come with a 3-month-old baby. And thank you so much. And our mothers who are sitting in the front row, despite their old age, they have come in a COVID time. They have come to this hall with their children. They are sitting here. So thank you so much for the warm welcome. And the people normally say, when we see the income classification, the income top groups in US, I've read being in India, sitting in India, it is all the American Indians, the top income groups, the top brains of this country who drive this country. But to believe it, one has to come to Bay Area, one has to come to San Francisco to see the kind of positions you occupy. Great companies, you all lead venture capitalists, different professions. And you drive the American economy without a doubt. That is why, even if America is with $70,000 as a per capita income, it is the Indian Americans who lead it. Then the Jewish Americans, then the different groups that come in. So the best of brains, the best of our country are here doing different professions, and I'm sure, and many of you sitting here in the coming years, you will keep giving a lot of things back to our country. I'm sure a lot of VCs sitting here, they invest in Indian companies, they're creating jobs, they're creating opportunities, they're creating billion-dollar enterprise there, they're creating the next unicorns. People are sitting here, I know some, I don't want to take their names, but people are sitting here silently and quietly. And many of you run different businesses back home, you give it back, you give technology back, you come and give lectures in great institutions. So thank you for that, and I would request all of you to keep doing that, because India is in the cusp of change. Very few times a country will get that opportunity to be in that cusp of change. We are in that era now. It is a privilege. We are seeing a great nation that is rightfully taking place its table in the highest of comity of nations. When we got independence in 1947, the then Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru made this statement. India would respectfully take its place at the high table in the comity of nations. This comment was made 75 years back. But he needed a Narendra Modi to come 70 years later in 2014. India's Prime Minister sitting there and to make it happen. Before I start talking about other things, I will take you about 8-9 years back in 2014. 2014, when you ask any Indian, do you think India will prosper? Because 2014, we were just coming out of one of the biggest scams in India, the 2G scam, 1,76,000 crore. The whole of the world was looking at India when it was executing its Commonwealth Games. Toilet paper was purchased for 1,200 rupees. And every single person who came to India as part of CWG, they thought it was the biggest scam, a sporting spectacle happening in India for the first time, the whole of country watching it, whole of world watching it. We are the biggest shameful for our nation. Corruption, every single area, pervasive, from the top to bottom. You want to go to Delhi, you want to meet a minister, take it from me, sir. Coming from a political party, I can tell you, without paying some money to a middleman, you will not get any minister's appointment. If you want to meet a cabinet minister and above, it is 5 lakhs, 7 lakhs. Somebody in Delhi, the middleman will take money from you, will give you that appointment. If you want to go to Delhi and see the bureaucrats, they work from 10 to 2 o'clock. After 2 o'clock, you will see them in Gymkhana clubs playing golf. That is the state of India in 2014. People thought it is hopeless. And India is not going to achieve its potential. But the transformation that happened in 8 years is phenomenal. Nobody would have thought in 8 years the country would undergo a tectonic transformation, a massive transformation in front of our eyes. Surya was mentioning some numbers, any single indicator. Because when Modi ji took over in 2014, it was not a country that was already a country that had its better indicators. It was just given to him on a plate. The day he took over, 18,000 villages in India did not have power. At one end, we can call ourselves as one of the greatest civilization, a largest democracy, a functioning democracy. Day when Modi ji took charge, May 2014, we had 18,000 villages in India. He did not have even a single house electrified in any of those villages. That is the kind of challenge he was there. He was looking at the extreme poverty rate, meaning $1 and below. People of India were earning. That was almost in double digit. Parts of Maharashtra, parts of Orissa, people were dying of hunger. In a 21st century, a country that had a glorious civilizational history, thousands of years back. We had seen Pattini Chavagal, if I can say in Tamil. People were Kalahandi in Orissa, or probably in Vidarbha, Maharashtra, the cotton farmers committing suicides in thousands of number. In Orissa, you see people eating that mango seed because they did not have a proper food. We see that. We see that it was happening in India, it was happening right there in the middle of states, it was happening. But now 2022, when we look 8 years later, a morning consult which comes from US, which rates all the global leaders, continuously a man from India, born to a humble, normal father, tea seller, continuously this guy sitting in US, sitting in India, topping the morning consult month after month, 64%, 68%, 72% approval rating, Prime Minister Modi ji, continuously. And the people who vote for him in the morning consult, which takes surveys every month to see the global popularity of leaders, in Germany, people vote for him. Germany at one point of time was almost equal or if not more popular than Angela Merkel. It was more popular than the French president when they were trying to poll the morning consult, the leaders around the world. Whom do they think are doing a better job of leading countries? Also, after the pandemic, sir, ladies who are here and the seniors, every single government was losing its power. Angela Merkel lost power. Extreme coalition came in Germany. Italy, a far-right state government is in place now. Trump, US lost power. Every single place, people are not happy with pandemic. They say, okay, whoever was there in pandemic in charge, I'm going to vote you out. You don't do this. This is despite Trump giving thousands of dollars in US. Thousands of dollars, money given straight away. People just voted him out. Every single major country that's seen elections, we have never seen a president or the prime minister getting back his seat. States, internally also midterm polls, different states. But India, we find it very opposite. After the pandemic, every single state election, BJP is winning. It started with Bihar, right in the middle of this pandemic. And the election commission was thinking, election should be postponed, election should not happen in this pandemic, but still the election commission went ahead because we have this very beautiful thing, the power of democracy. A government can be in power for only 5 years, not more. They didn't want to bring a drastic change. Bihar, middle of election, we won. Single largest party came as BJP. Every single state, recently 5 states have finished elections. Goa, a state with 26% Christian brothers and sisters, for the 3rd consecutive time BJP came to power. A state like Uttarakhand, where it is impossible for a political party to come back to power, it is always BJP Congress, BJP Congress. BJP coming back to power the 2nd straight time in the middle of a pandemic. A state like Manipur, northeast state with about 52% Christian population, brothers and sisters, Christians there, where BJP was less than 1% in 2014, the party's vote share, with 53% coming back to power in Manipur. Every single state, when you look at it, some miracle is happening. Maybe people might sit down in TV studios, they might give all kinds of feedback, but we all know what is that miracle, because as political leaders and functionaries, we are supposed to work on the ground. We keep listening to people, we keep talking to people. What is that? First time, everybody knows, if Modi is not there, probably my grandfather or my father and mother, I'm not sure whether they would have escaped this pandemic. Every single person. If Modi ji is not there, Modi ji would have illa. Indiavuடைய பிரதம மந்திரி யாரும் இல்லை என்றால் நிச்சயமாக என்னுடைய தந்தையோ தாயோ என்னுடைய வயதான ஒருவரையோ நான் வீட்டில் இழந்திருக்கேன். I would have lost at least one senior living in my home because they know it was real in India. A country which did not have a single ventilator manufactured within the country when the pandemic started. 9-10 months later, we started exporting ventilators. Just imagine, 9 months after, we started exporting ventilators. A country which did not have a biomedical suit. We don't have a single manufacturing unit. Everything India has to do from scratch. Everything. The greatest of countries which claims to have the biggest of medical infrastructure, Italy, Spain, Portugal, France, England, US, biggest of medical infrastructure. They were struggling. They just didn't know how to handle hordes of people, waves of people, whether to get admitted or to chase away. We see in Italy, we saw in one of the greatest economies in the world, US, in New York. We saw how the doctors are struggling to accommodate. But in India, everything was smooth. Everything was smooth. Trains were made to stop in railway stations, converted into field hospitals. Emergency, you can go get stationed in a train. Many of the trains happen to be like that. Extra beds, extra oxygen. At one point of time, when India had to go through that oxygen shortage for a few weeks because the need for oxygen went up by 16 times. The normal need for oxygen, it went up by 16 times for a matter of weeks. At different point of times, our planes were doing sortie. Our big planes, the IL-76 transport aircraft were at UAE or in France or in Singapore. All Air Force planes were present to charge. They were flying across the world, bringing oxygen, immediately landing in bigger airstrips, because IL-76 airplanes, you can't land in every single airstrip. You don't have a bigger airstrip, more than 3.2 kilometer runway. They were landing somewhere, a train was ready, the oxygen trains were operating there. Real-time Prime Minister's office was monitoring the oxygen shortage right up to the taluk level in different parts of India, not the state level, taluk level and the district level. Immediately oxygen being shifted here and there. Matter of weeks we came out of it. Not even a single person in India can claim my relative died in this pandemic because the government mismanaged. Not even a single person can claim. Everything was managed. At the ground level, everybody. Not only that, our party president J.P. Nadda, immediate instruction. All BJP Karyakartas will be in the ground giving food. Tamil Nadu, we lost more than 400 Karyakartas. More than 400 Karyakartas during the pandemic time. We lost many of our city presidents. We lost a couple of our district presidents. We lost many of our Karyakartas, 400 more souls. Because we said every single person will be in the street giving food. When every single party were inside their home, wearing gloves, wearing masks, not even coming out, doing Twitter politics. Oh, made in India vaccine, I don't trust it. Please don't put made in India vaccine. Senior political leaders in India making statement. I don't trust it. Atmanirbhar Bharat vaccine, I will not trust it. People are sitting at homes. BJP Karyakartas were in the ground because it was the party's instruction. We lost 400 more people to COVID. I am not sure. God should bless all their souls and God should also forgive leaders like us. Whether they picked up pandemic because we instructed them to go to the ground and do, or they picked up naturally, we don't know. But always because they took that extra risk like an army. The party was functioning parallelly. Modi's instruction, party should work. Party should go and give succor. Anybody is living in a foreign country, find out their parents. Coordinate for medicines, coordinate for food. At different points of time we were running it. The party is also getting changed. The party is becoming a seva organization. Gone are the days when a political party can just sit at home every 5 years, 6 months before you come, you give big speeches, you distribute some pamphlets, you get their votes. BJP is winning state after state because many people will say it is some magic. Something has happened. 2014 they are blaming EVM. Oh, EVM, they have fixed it. That is why they are winning state after state. But the magic is very simple. When all the political leaders sleep at home, Karyakartas sleep at home, they come back 6 months before the election, our Karyakartas are on the ground. You will not believe, sir, when 22,000 of our kids were struck in Ukraine. When they struck in Ukraine, we had 1,968 Tamil Nadu kids who were struck in Ukraine. Immediate instruction. Every single BJP Karyakarta in the state will go to the homes of the kids. You will listen to their parents. You will give them that support. There is this control room working in Delhi, which is monitored by NBA, MEA. 5 of our ministers are in 5 different countries bordering Ukraine. And the only Prime Minister in the world, who can stop the war. He can stop it. Zelensky did not listen to Biden. Zelensky did not listen. Putin did not listen to Biden. The only person both listened. Only person they listened, they gave us a 7-hour window on 2 different states to stop the war, and they said, this is a 7-hour window. This is the area in which your kids should travel. Buses, keep the buses ready. Take them, 5 different places. Only person, Narendra Modi, only person. What they did is, once the kids, for example, Tamil Nadu government, they spend, Surya is an expert in the numbers, I don't know, they spend a couple of crores putting a committee. They said we are going to bring kids from there, and many of you have told it also by putting a bus with a chief minister's name in Ukraine. You have told it, but they don't understand the level and quality of politics upliftment BJP is doing in India. The level and quality of upliftment that is happening in Indian politics. Simply we have uplifted the politics to a different level. Other parties cannot even dream of playing catching up. They cannot even dream of catching up with BJP. That level of upliftment. 1,968 Tamil Nadu kids came back, 22,000 All Indian students came back, plus thousands of Philippines, Pakistanis, Bangladeshis, all carrying Indian flag and walk crossing that. Country after country, civilization after civilization, people are thinking in Germany, in Italy, Prime Minister, kuch nahi hoga, nothing he did. He was just blaming, he was doing politics. This guy, when nothing was there in India. So today, sir, we can proudly say there are 5 made in India vaccines, not 2, we have 5. We are one of the very few countries in the world in which nasal vaccine for COVID is available. Nasal vaccine. Only thing Modi ji said is, look, you have this company in Pune, you have this company in Hyderabad, how much money you want? How much money you want? How much advance you want? 3,000 crore for you? 2,000 crore for you? Ministry of Finance will give you advance. Find a vaccine. Middle of a pandemic, the Prime Minister visited the manufacturing center, saw the scientists, motivated them. He said, I request you to give us the vaccine very fast. When every single country was bartering vaccines, hoarding, not even giving to their citizens, doing politics. We not only did it for our country, sir. We gave it to 100 plus countries till now. 66 countries they gave it. Are asking, oh, you have given it to 66 countries. Yes, Nepal is our neighbor. Anything that happens in Nepal is a problem for us. Sri Lanka is a neighbor. Bhutan is a neighbor. 66 countries have, we play politics over it. When they say India is a Vishwaguru, India is a Vishwaguru. Vishwaguru is somebody who will think far beyond his home. That is the definition of a Vishwaguru. My home should be better, the neighbor's home should be better, that neighbor's home should be better. That is the kind of politics that is happening in India. A moral standard we have set. That is why his approval rating year after year is only increasing. It is not going to be. You see a Prime Minister, sir, a week back before we left India to US. This Navaratri celebration, we all know the Honorable Prime Minister fasts on Navaratri. Doesn't eat anything, he just takes water for 8 days. He came to US also during one of his Navaratri fast. He does programs in Gujarat, then he goes to Rajasthan. By the time he goes to his last program on the 6th day of Navaratri, it gets late, 10 o'clock. In India, after 10 o'clock, we can't use the mic. He stands in that stage, falls before the people, takes their apology. Probably no Prime Minister in the country enjoys the approval rating like our Prime Minister ever in our 75 years of existence. 303 MPs, 3,000 plus MLAs, ruling in 18 different states. In fact, he stands on the stage and falls at people's feet. He takes, I'm sorry, came late. That kind of person is leading our country. So that is why when I started the speech, I mentioned it is our privilege that India is seeing that cusp of change, right in front of our eyes in the sun. We see small boys wearing shorts and a t-shirt and coming and walking in. You ask him, what are you doing here? That guy says, I run $1 billion enterprise. What is your problem? The old India, how was it, sir? Old India, how was it? I was also victim of old India. You want to take one certificate. First, what will they say? So, do you know the MP? Go get a signature. Do you know the MLA? Go get a signature. We had this VIP culture prevalent in every single sphere of our country. Right from Delhi to Tamil Nadu, the last village, Takle in Kanyakumari, you had this VIP culture. You know somebody? We'll get it done for you. Even for a simple bloody transfer of LPG connection, you got to go get somebody, get a letter, go give. The first thing Modi ji said is, there is nothing called notary in India. You will do self-attestation for you. 70 years, the country did not believe a citizen. You said, I am Annamalai, the country will ask you, who the hell is Annamalai? Go ask somebody to tell you are Annamalai. To tell others, to tell to the country that you are Annamalai, you used to pay 250 rupees. 250 rupees, the green signal. He said, first ruling, you tell you are Annamalai, the country will accept it because you are my citizen. You are this country's citizen. You can keep telling the basic change that started happening in the country, every single place. The guy comes and coolly he walks. He says, I am running $1 billion enterprise. How many companies do we have in India which we call unicorns? At last count, we have more than 100 countries. But very importantly, 90 countries became unicorns in the last 2 years. Funding, the whole of world is investing in India's story. the Chinese to the Americans to the Europeans, they come, they want to bet on a small kid who's 21 year old, 22 year old, just out of college. He has got one idea, one dream. We can say the VCs are investing on that guy and that idea. No. The VCs are more importantly investing on India's growth story. They are investing on India's growth. Stable democracy. No country has stable as India. A very powerful leader sitting in India, ruling. Yes, this is India's world. India is going to occupy all different positions in the world. So put this money on this kid, young kid, bright kid, who has got a wonderful idea, come straight up from an institution, put money on this kid, put billions of dollars. He is going to create an enterprise. So these kids are creating. Sometimes when we travel across India, last 2 months back, I went to the Ola factory in Hosur. Ola is into, we all know Ola does many things, but the current thing they're trying to do is build these electric vehicles. I was very surprised, sir. They call that as the Ola Future Factory. I said, okay, we want to see what is this future factory. I don't think any American company, including Tesla now, with their manufacturing practice, Ola, we can say in any parameter, the new factory in Hosur is as good as a Tesla. Big factory, 200 square kilometer, 200 acre. The middle of the factory, you see this typical forest there, full green. 100% of employees below the managerial level is a woman. 100%. 100%. 100%. You go to shop floor, it's woman. Below the managerial level, everybody is woman. And they just did not go to the best college and picked up women. They said, we believe in the India story. We will take women from around the factory within 25 kilometers where they can travel in a bus, the company bus. We are going to pick up this woman. We are going to train them. They will do all the assembly of these electric scooters. The managerial talent will come based on whoever is the best in the country, they will come. I was very surprised, sir, by this theory. They were all trained, and this proud woman coming from different villages, diploma, and just out of basic colleges, just doing phenomenal, miraculous work. This is the kind of great super companies India is building now. Companies in Bangalore, companies in Chennai, companies in Coimbatore. People are just others. But what happens, I mentioned this somewhere also. A New York Times paper in New York is not an accurate representative of what India is doing. Why do they write all kinds of stories? Suddenly India, something happens in Bihar, something happens in UP, something happens in different part. Immediately you see a box story in the front page of New York Times. Because we all know you fear us. We all know that this is Modi ji, they keep feeding, divider in chief. Time runs a story 2 years back. Okay, you sit here in New York, you run a Time magazine, you say divider in chief. Cow story. But this guy is winning elections. Winning elections after election. 57% of women voting for Modi at last count. You say Modi ji is anti-minority. He wins in Manipur with 52% Christians. Then they write a story. 26% minority brothers and sisters in Goa. Third continuous time. Post the Manokar Parrikar era, Modi ji is winning. What are you talking? What are you talking? Having a pen and paper sitting somewhere in Berlin and UK, because they all know this is India's story. There is one guy who is completely dismantling the old India and building a new one. And next is Atmanirbhar Bharat. A country just now, this financial year, the next exports has crossed $400 billion. First time in our history. Pandemic, they say, pandemic is very tough. Pandemic. In the Nadu, pandemic, sir. Growing at 7.5%, probably the fastest growth of any emerging economy. We are hitting numbers, $400+ million now, $billion, net exports, quality exports, technology exports, all happening. So that is why I said before I get into the core of what I wanted to speak to you, just to give you an overview of our country. Probably it is not reported in papers, it doesn't come in YouTube media, it doesn't happen in big TVs, people discussion. These are ground things that is happening. My father, sir, I come from a small village with about 30 houses in a small village near Karur. If I go and ask any of them, have you seen a red fort? 90% of my village elders did not see a red fort in their life. They haven't seen a Taj Mahal. They haven't seen Delhi. They don't even know what Delhi is. They don't even know what Delhi is. But we feel connected as an Indian. At different points of time, they said, yes, we are an Indian. But being an Indian, have you traveled and seen people? Seen our Bihar friends, seen our Karnataka friends, seen our UP friends, seen our Kashmir friends. Have you seen the Delhi or other parts of India, maybe the Northeast and Kashmir also, to fully say I am an Indian? I've seen it. I can feel their spirit. I can understand what Northeast problem is. You know? How many people travel beyond their villages? But now, when you ask the question to them, they say, yes, what is India's cultural identity? Every country has got a cultural identity. Americans are very proud of their Christian civilization. The president very proudly takes the oath on a Bible. That too, some Bibles that are as old as the Abraham Lincoln era. They're proud. It's nothing wrong. They're very proud. But what is India's cultural heritage? Immediately people here will complain. They'll write articles sitting in New York. Our cultural heritage is Ram Temple, without a doubt. This issue after issue. 1947, when the British left India, the court was alive in the Supreme Court. Then we have to bring the Places of Worship Act, 1947. How many years? How many years? But what is the India way of building a Ram temple? The guy who got the first invitation for the Bhumi Puja is a Muslim brother who was the complainant in the Ram Babri Masjid. The first invitation was given. He was there. Not only that, they were given a bigger place, better place for our Muslim brothers and sisters to build a grand mosque. They can also worship. How was it solved? Beautifully solved. In a very civilized way, the Indian way. And suddenly here they write, oh, Modi ji is building a Ram temple, India, everything bad is going to happen. The Muslims and the Hindus are going to fight. What, sir, what? What? Did even a single right happen? Kashmir. Kashmir was the playground of, Kashmir was a long time playground of elites. Nobody will question the Pakistani army which was able to enter 1947, take over territory. When Jawaharlal Nehru in his wisdom, I personally believe it was wrong in his wisdom. When they came to UN, they said, oh, stop, we will do a plebiscite. India also agreed for it, 1947. That was like a thorn in the flesh for a long time. Everything was Kashmir-centric. Americans, whenever they talk, it's Kashmir-centric. We will have a Kashmir special representative. UN will have a representative. Whenever they talk about India, Kashmir problem. The Western textbooks, oh, India cannot solve Kashmir. It's a boiling point. How did we solve it, sir? How did we solve it? 2019. How did we solve it? Not even a single incident when 370 was lifted. Not even a single. That is power for the Western world. To show when a government decides to do it, it can do with not even a single stone. 35 years. We have lost lakhs of soldiers, Tamil soldiers dying in Kashmir with no cause. Simply because one family, the Abdullah family, for generations, they have chosen to keep that as a family heirloom. And they wanted to do politics with it. The Hurriyat, they wanted to play politics with it. The Western powers sided at different points of time with Pakistan, Hurriyat, and different people, just to keep India in tenterhooks. Solve it. And we say as a party that is ideological clarity for you. 1952, when we lost Shyam Prasad Mukherjee, our first president of Jansan, because he said 370 should be taken. Then we lost different points of time, different leaders. But the party, 70 years later also, it had that ideological clarity and consistency when we had proper things in place by having enough number of MPs in the Lok Sabha, in Rajya Sabha, a party that was waiting for its time, taken 370 out. First time as a Tamilian, in the extreme part of, maybe one part of India, I can travel to the other part of India, land in Srinagar, I can buy a property there, vice versa. A Kashmiri can come to Tamil Nadu and buy a property here. This is Bharat. This is India. That is what I was trying to say. When did this ever happen in our country? So many tectonic shifts happening day after day. And the Prime Minister setting new leadership standards every day. Just when you think Modi ji has achieved a new level. When he shifts one gear up, he goes one level. You will not believe, sir, when Modi ji last visited the Middle East part, the Israel, the Jordan. I think when he was in the Palestine also, when he was leaving the Palestine Jordan airspace to get into Israel, we all have seen the Israeli Air Force entering into the Palestinian airspace, giving him a fighter salute and escorting him to Israel. No president gets it. He goes to Middle East, Abu Dhabi. The Sheikh Zayed road is never closed for person because you can't compete with the sheikhs of the world in wealth and money. The Sheikh Zayed road was last closed for an American president many years back. He got the road closed because the Indian Prime Minister is coming. The busy Sheikh Zayed, the UAE, 7 Emirates, Emirs will never meet eye to eye. They never meet. They have the history of family problems and their own peculiar reasons. The 7 United Arab Emirates will never meet. When Modi ji goes, all 7 guys comes to the airport to receive him. All 7, and then they'll say, "Oh, minorities doesn't like Modi." When next you see Modi ji's, I used to tell my friends who keep making this argument, you please wait till Modi ji goes to Saudi Arabia. Next. Every single Muslim country, the highest civilian honor is given to Modi ji. Highest civilian honor. Every single, what are you talking? Sitting in a press, sitting in a Western world, sitting in New York, writing in papers, day in and day after, Modi ji is divisive, Modi ji has done this to India, Modi ji has done. It's a beautiful space India is entering into, beautiful space. All the big problems are getting solved one after the other. Northeast, how many problems? You do the chicken neck. Chicken neck is the top part in our country near West Bengal. The small area which connects India to Northeast, the top, mainland India to our Northeast, the small chicken neck thing. If you block it, Northeast access gets blocked. Manipur, road blockade for 1.5 years. We have seen it in the Congress here. 1.5 years, road getting blocked in Manipur. In the last 8 years, have you seen one instant arbitration? Naga problem is almost solved. The NSCN has called for a ceasefire. Every single Northeast brothers, they believe they are fully connected and they believe they are fully part of the Bharatiya, the civilization. First time. The left-wing extremism problem, Jharkhand, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, LW, soldiers dying, blast, 70 people dead, 60 people dead. Where is it happening, sir? Why? They ask, oh, Modi ji has improved the strength of CRPF. No, sir, it is not CRPF. Yes, Modi ji has created a special Cobra division of CRPF, which is active, which is hunting down the Naxals, which is taking them out. That is one part of the story. The other part they don't realize is, after Modi ji came to power, he said all districts in India are not equal. We have 900 plus districts. There are backward districts among it. Please find it. He found 125 districts, which has got lowest level of indicators when compared to other districts. He called that as aspirational districts. He didn't call backward, because nobody likes the word called backward. For me, my district is great. He said aspirational district. The government of India would lay special emphasis on growing this 125 aspirational district, including 2 in Tamil Nadu, including Ramanathapuram, and 125 districts spread across all our states. Special emphasis given. All cabinet ministers need to travel to aspirational district, camp for 48 hours, take the schemes to the people. Now, the 125 aspirational districts are beating the better districts in indicators. Mortality rate has come down. Infant mortality rate has come down. Better indicators. He needs a vision. Sitting in Delhi, a guy is having a tremendous vision. And they say India, a minister previously in Congress who happens to be from Tamil Nadu, who presented budget multiple times. He made a statement in Parliament, this UPI nonsense and all will be a big failure. What are you doing? You don't know anything. How can an Indian doesn't even know how to use a cell phone? Statement. In the cell phone you download an app and then you do digital transaction there. Doesn't happen. You are fools. And the finance minister also, the previous finance minister also had the confidence to say, I studied from Harvard. All my advisors, no offense to all the Harvard people, they're great people. They do great things in the world. But there are also people with the same knowledge by selling tea. There are also people in our country. Because we can't buy out life teaching. Life teaching is not buy out, life teaches. Somebody cares to learn from life. No Harvard, Stanford or IIM can teach you that when life is teaching. They are all my advisors. You see that advisors A to E to D, they all teach in American universities. They are great professors. Last month, we did a record. 10 lakh crore UPI transaction in digital economy. 10 lakh crore. In American dollars, multiplying by 80 is half of India. Wow. That is the power of digital transaction. Everybody is looking, what is this UPI ID? How are you doing it? How did you do it? How did you make everybody do? Because Modi ji, 8 years before only he laid the platform. 8 years before he felt all Indians should have a bank account. 42 crore Indians, he opened a bank account. Then again the same intelligent people made a mention in the parliament. What will happen by opening a bank account? Nothing will happen by opening, yes. Nothing will happen by opening a bank account. But if you make the bank account to function, everything will happen. Today, the 42 crore bank accounts called as the Jan Dhan accounts in India, if you look at the bank balance today, it is 2,24,000 crore. Money is sitting inside the Jan Dhan. How did that money come? The day when all the 42 crore bank accounts got opened, the day the money inside was zero, it's like zero balance account. Why did it come? All the welfare spending, everything got translated, got pushed to that bank account. You want to get government services, you want to get a government subsidy, it will come to your bank account. You want to get anything from the government, bank. 100-day employment, sir. Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. I know in my village, I asked them, Mama, எவ்வளவு கிடைக்குது? எவ்வளவு நான் சம்பாதிக்கிறீங்க? அது என்ன சார்? ஒரு 200, because when we started it was 200, then 220, 240, 250, 270, now 294 rupees. Because we keep increasing it every year based on the inflation index. When I used to ask them, they said, 240 ரூபாய் கிடைக்கும் சார். அப்புறம் அந்த பஞ்சாயத்து தலைவர் 20 ரூபாய் வாங்கிக்குவார். அப்புறம் அந்த ஜாப் கார்டு போடுறவங்க 20 ரூபாய் வாங்கிக்குவான். கையெழுத்து போடுறவங்க 10 ரூபாய் வாங்கிக்குவான். ஒரு 190 ரூபாய் கொடுப்பாங்க சார். அதுக்காக எங்களுக்கு என்ன சொல்லுவாங்கன்னா ஒரு 2 மணி நேரம் குறைவா வேலை செஞ்சுக்குமான்னு சொல்லுவாங்க சார். அதனால நாங்கள் 2 மணி நேரம் குறைவா வேலை செஞ்சுக்குவோம், எங்கள்கிட்ட இருந்து பணம் வாங்கிக்குவோம். Now, if it is 294, it is 294 in your bank account. Not even single money goes here, goes there. Rajiv Gandhi ji, 1985-86, he made this comment. We are sitting in Delhi, we send 100 rupees. By the time it reaches you, only 15 paisa comes to you, 15 rupees comes to you, 85 rupees we don't know where it is going. We all know it is all in your packet only. We need a PhD to go and find it. It is all in politicians' packet, bureaucrats' packet. People living in different parts of India, their packet. He said, I don't know where it is going, we have to find out. But now 100 rupees and Modi ji is doing. By the time it reaches you, it is more than 100 because you get interest also if the money is fundamental tectonic shift. I am not here to come and say Modi ji is great, Modi ji is... No, it is not my duty. But it is my duty as the party president, as an Indian citizen, to tell you the small things that is happening there which doesn't get reported in the media. A buoyant economy, very powerful. We just became the 5th largest economy in the world. I still remember the conversation when J.R.D. Tata had with Pandit Nehru. When Nehru ji, apparently he made this comment. I am very fearful. India has got so big a population. How am I going to feed all of them? We get this, because we all remember very vividly, we imported wheat from US. We were forced to import wheat from US at different points of time. Then apparently J.R.D. Tata said, Nehru ji, you are seeing a mouth. I am seeing 2 hands to work. 135 1.35 crore, 1.35 billion population chose to work with two hands. Now imagine what is going to happen to our country. It is starting to happen. People believe a sense of ownership. Wherever in California when I travel, the big boats are there. Your tax money is at work. Because they keep continuously reminding you, there are small inconveniences here and there. We are laying a new road or a new bridge, but your tax money is there. Because you also feel great because my tax money is somebody putting to work. In India, finally we are getting that feeling, my tax money is at work. Whatever I have given, whatever you tax me, whatever I have paid, at least something is happening. Nobody is going to bed in hungry. In UP, nobody is going to bed in hungry. Yes, Tamil Nadu is being a state that pays more tax per capita when compared to the rest of the country, Tamil Nadu, some states. But you go back, you go to beds sleeping very comfortable because you know some part of India in northeast where my Tamil brother and sister is the border defending it. Because this is for all the Tamil politicians. Because they have become very parochial in thought. Hey, I am sitting in Tamil Nadu, Chennai comfortably. I have given you 100 rupees as tax. How much is Nirmala Sitharaman giving me back? I want to count it. Like money lenders. Some politicians in Tamil Nadu, I give you 100 to Nirmala Sitharaman ji. You are giving me only 54 rupees. Where is my 46?
My brother.
Correct? Where is it? I'll come to you and immediately you start asking a counter question. They'll say, who's my father, who's my grand? We'll not get it. The basics of taxation. People who can afford to pay will pay. So that people who can't afford to pay, they get benefit as a country. Together, all of us rise together. A powerful, strong Tamil. Can California make the same argument? $76,000 per capita income of US and California. I have San Diego, I have Los Angeles, I have Bay Area, I have all the top entrepreneurs. I want to succeed. I can't. It doesn't make it because everywhere when people benefit, when the migration starts happening, it is better for everybody as a country. And suddenly, because they don't have anything to argue. But fortunately or unfortunately, Modi ji is transferring lakhs of crore with one button. Our parliament will say, politics Modi ji got 42 lakh farmers in Tamil Nadu is giving 6,000 rupees every year. So you tell Modi ji to slowly transfer the money, let it come to Chennai and go there, so that we know which farmer is coming to Tahsildar office. I can go take a photo because I know he is my voter. Now many BJP people complain, sir, I don't even know who is getting 46 lakh. There is anonymity. Aadhaar card enabled, properly identified, coming to your bank account. My guys keep complaining in all internal meetings. Illana, you tell Modi ji. I want to see who is that farmer who is getting 6,000. So that I know if my village is there, I will go to his home and enroll him as BJP member. I want to see who is getting that. You please tell Modi ji not to transfer by one button. But we have to remind even some of our leaders, this is a party of difference. This is a party of difference. Yes, we know. Politically it might not pay us. It might not pay us politically. Because you want to carry that big poster there and say BJP Tamil Nadu, this farmer has got 1,000. Because when we do that, we are treating him like a beggar. Because it is this country's duty to provide for him what he wants. The country is doing it. Yeah. The country is doing it. And we give him like a museum piece and say, somebody told this, to keep Gandhiji poor, Birlas had to pay. With all due respect to Gandhiji. Because yes, he made a statement. Gandhiji left his clothes in 1921 in Madurai. Very powerful man, very powerful, inspirational statement. But many people chose to be like Gandhiji by sacrificing everything. It is also tough equal. Gandhiji left it of conviction. The same thing many of our party people complain. Anna, you tell them, no, it is not working. But Modi ji is very clear, this is how new India should be. Why should you go and take photograph with the beneficiary? Let it go directly. Let them realize what the government is doing. Let them realize what the party is. Then they will vote. In Tamil Nadu, it is happening in the opposite spectrum. Making like museum specimens, making them to stand and 3 days of drama in that hot sun. 82-year-old grandmother standing there. That is one level of politics.
Sticker for central funds. Sticker for central funds. Stickers for central funds.
The other thing, very important thing that is happening in Tamil Nadu and many states also now is, so when you have to compete with Modi ji, yes, we welcome all leaders should compete with Modi ji. We welcome it because Indian politics will become better. But how to compete with Modi ji? You got to sleep for 4 hours. You should not have your extended family in government. Son, daughter, son, and all connected together, all different. You compete with Modi ji. We are more than happy if any leader is raising his hand and say, I want to defeat Modi ji by competing with him. Please come. We are ready for a fight. But to do that, you got to have qualities of Modi ji. But here all the people who crib and complain in Indian politics, Mamata Banerjee, Didi, our KCR Garu, or Tamil Nadu, we have our Tamil Nadu CM Stalin. I keep asking myself, how can a guy, it is like a guy who's not very well body developed, he wants to fight with Muhammad Ali. When Modi ji warm ups only, they will lie down and fall down. Forget about the first punch and first round and 12 rounds. So that is why Modi ji recently said, I want states to compete with each other. Next level of India's development would be states competing. Tamil Nadu should compete with Telangana and say, I want the semiconductor manufacturing unit here, I will compete. Karnataka should compete with Maharashtra and say, I will take this. So please compete. But don't compete in putting stickers on our achievement. Something happens, something comes, something gets visualized, ideated, you put sticker and then you run over and then you change the name. In Tamil Nadu, there's a big problem. People like Surya and others, they have a problem of this sticker hunting. Now you put stickers, this central government scheme, this, that. It's very unfortunate. So we hope and pray in the coming years that India would enter into a competitive era of politics, where they compete fairly, squarely. They say what is best for the people. Freebies. Freebies is one discussion that with a lot of interest you must be watching it in US. What is freebie? What is Supreme Court? Why it has gone to a larger bench? What is BJP's viewpoint? You must be watching it with curiosity. So nobody has got any problem with freebies, sir. Nobody has got any problem. You have economy, you have bank balance, you want to give whatever free, please give. Tamil Nadu, the present state finance, we have borrowed 5,40,000 odd crore. This is Tamil Nadu's net borrowing. We have that much money we have borrowed. And every year we are borrowing 70,000-80,000 crore. Then we all know, year from now, take my word, the Tamil Nadu finance minister will say, Modi ji should take care of our borrowing. It has gone beyond the limit. Let central government pay because we are in India only. No. Tamil Nadu is India only. No. How can Modi ji say, I will not take care of Tamil Nadu's borrowing? He should take care. This argument is going to come. This argument is going to come in the next 1 year. You see, you watch and see, sir. Because we are hitting the 25% of state gross domestic product, that borrowing limit. That is what RBI allows. You cannot exceed that 25% of. Tamil Nadu is about 23 lakh crore. State gross domestic product, we are just hitting that. We are just in about a year we'll hit that. Then the same finance minister will say, no, we are brothers and sisters. Tamil Nadu is smart one. You pay, you should take care of that. Telangana, other states, Bengal. When you are excessively borrowing, leveraging the state and you are spoiling the future citizens' chances, then Modi ji has got a problem. He's saying, Arey Baba, put money in capital expenditure, put money in roads. Americans have built roads that might last till 2,300. Already big road. They have kept some vacant space also to build another lane. Whatever I have travelled here, I have seen. Good to go for the next 200 years, the present system. Good to go. All powerful infrastructure. When they are thinking like that, in Tamil Nadu, 100 rupees given to education department as budget, 93 rupees is going as salary and pension. 7 rupees getting into schools for infrastructure. Recently in Tirunelveli, a school compound fell down, 6 kids died. We are seeing this new thing. So this is where Modi ji is saying, let us get into a competitive politics, development-oriented politics. Let us all compete. Just today we have overtaken Japan in terms of the metro rail length available in the country. Modi ji came, it was hardly 100 kilometer of length was the metro length. He has taken it beyond 300 kilometer and above, the metro train length. Just overtaken Japan. And before Modi ji came, the national highway was 7 kilometer every day, average. Or nalaki average, national highway was 7 kilometer kattitu. Today, 8 years later, 25 kilometer average national highway that is being every single meter. So we are truly happy. We are serving in a party, we are serving our country at a time when India is making the tectonic shift, India is making that leap. When all other countries are watching curiously what is India going to do in this century. That is why when I started, I mentioned we are in the cusp of change. Technology, quality of leaders getting built, quality of companies, quality of employment generation. We are just lifting up. Modi ji has also got big target. He says $5 trillion economy. We are at about 3.1 trillion now. He wants to do 5 trillion. I am very sure the moment you reach 5 trillion, that same day he will say 10 trillion. Not even one day rest. When he hit 5 trillion and say we have hit 5 trillion, third largest, again fourth largest economy in the world, 10 trillion. Do it in 5 years. 100% is going to say. He is not going to say, okay, countrymen, please take a day off, rest, relax. We have achieved 5 trillion, one day rest, tomorrow. In the same night he will give, like party work he gives. Same night he will give. So that level of target a Prime Minister setting, 70 to 73 years, good to go for next 25 years, also with the health and the spirit. Last visit to Chennai, Modi ji wanted to meet Tamil Nadu BJP leaders. He said, I want to meet all of you. Let us do post-dinner. So post-dinner, many of us were waiting for the Honorable PM. He came and he started. He said, okay, we'll start. We'll chit-chat, we'll discuss, we'll debate. So 9:15 we started the meeting, 9:15 PM. 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock, 11:30, 11:45, 11:50 in the night. He looked at watch, he said, okay, I think we can stop. You all look tired because last 2 days you were working for my visit here. Can you take a break? Hare sir, you have come from morning, you had meetings in Delhi, then you came to Gujarat, you did a meeting, that evening you came for chess Olympiad, you gave a speech there. After that you were meeting n number of people appointment, now you come. And Modi ji is telling coolly at 11:50, I think you are tired. You've got that kind of a Prime Minister now, good to go with fabulous health, amazing spirit. And probably the country is very, very lucky to have him at this point of time. And we are very sure that very accommodative, imagine sir, format is happening. Farmers protesting at different Punjab, Western UP, parts of Haryana, politically motivated. All political leaders giving them massage rooms, giving them chairs to lie down, and Aam Aadmi Party doing that extra hard work. And then many farmers, with due respect to all the good farmer friends who are hard working for us, including I am a farmer. But many farmers who have even entered their agriculture field, they were there. This is bad for the country, this is good. But how can we tell our political friends, Hare sir, 70% of our India is engaged in farming. The output is only 20%. When 70% of population is doing farming in the nation, the GDP output 20% is only farming. Services is more, manufacturing is more. Don't you think we should reform the farming sector? Don't you think it is time when I go to a bhaji shop, my brother in bhaji shop will tell me, Anna, this bhaji is 7 rupee. Can you argue with them? Can you reduce 2 rupee? After eating the bhaji, of course. He will say, I made the bhaji, I purchased the onion, I did it in my frying pan, it is 7 rupee. But farmers in India for the last 75 years, farmer cannot name his price. Farmer cannot name his price. It is all controlled by mandis, the Agriculture Produce Marketing Committee, APMC. Their big lobbies and brokers will sit, they will say the price of tomato today is 20. Next week they'll say 40. Next week they'll say 60. Next week they'll say 2 rupee. You must have seen in India. The tomato glut. How? The same tomato I'm producing, maybe a seasonal variability of 10%. So much people make ketchup, you make so many things with potato, tomato. Why do you want to increase? No, it is a lobby, they can't. Modi ji wanted to break the simple thing, saying, you please name your price. I am giving you the power to form your own cartel as farmers and decide what you want. Simple thing. The second thing he said, okay, contract farming. I know a lot of my American friends, including Aravind, who is sitting here. He has got lands lying in India. Nobody is there. Nobody is entering into this land. When one of you wanted to come start a company, aggregate those land and do a mass agriculture like what US is doing, 1,000 acre, 500 acres, so that the cost of production comes down. They say, no. India is a country, the emerging economy, the per capita agriculture hold is lowest in the world. நான் ஒரு தலைமுறையும் அடுத்த தலைமுறை போகும்பொழுது குழந்தைகள் பிறப்பார்கள், லேண்ட் 2ஆ பெரியும் 3ஆ பெரியும். இப்போ நெட்டு ஒரு மனுஷன் அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் லேண்ட் வச்சிருக்கிறவங்க less than 2 ஹெக்டருக்கு வச்சிருக்காங்க. நம்ம தாத்தா பாட்டி காலத்தில் 30 ஏக்கர் 20 ஏக்கர் 15 ஏக்கர் இருந்துச்சு. இன்னும் அடுத்த ஜென்ரேஷன் அதுவும் பிரிஞ்சு சின்ன லேண்டு தான் இருக்கும். எப்படி அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் பண்ணுறது? அந்த லேண்டுக்குள்ள முட்டு கடலை, இந்த லேண்டுக்குள்ள சோளம். Contract farming is a way to aggregate this. Somebody who wants to do business. It is our loss that a prime minister at his height of power, Modi is height of his power, he can say, no, I am not listening to you. Farm Act will happen. He could have said it. It is the greatness of that man. Even if somebody is misguided people like Rihanna sitting in US and tweeting, some Latin American friends overly interested in India, some American friends too much interested in India. They want to give that firepower from behind. But it is the greatness of Modi ji. He said, okay, TK, I'm listening to you. You don't want it now? Okay, no problem, we'll not have it now. And they say Modi ji is pushing his way through. Oh, Modi ji with his brute majority is pushing his way through. Is he pushing his way through? No democratic political leader listens like Modi ji. He listens. Okay, this is what you want, we will do. You want to do it slow, we will do it. You want to take our time, we will do it. I want to present to them Lee Kuan Yew of Singapore. When he had the same majority, what was Lee Kuan Yew ji doing in Singapore? He said, you are spitting in the road. I told my police people to give you beatings. They were doing 1982-83. Modi ji is very clear, India should never become an authoritative democracy. It should always be a democracy with Indian ethos and spirit. We can win elections after elections. We can win state after state. 2024, 100% we are going to come with 400%. 100%. Minimum 100%. We want to be a very democratic in nature. Brute majority doesn't give any party the power to just ride over people. He says, wait, why are you in a hurry? Go talk to people, make them to understand. That is our responsibility as a big party. BJP today is with 18 crore plus members. No democratic party in the world has got 18 crore members in their history, sir. The China Communist Party, 11 crore. 11 crore in an authoritative. We are 18 plus crore. Are we pushing anything in India, sir? No, he's saying, listen, why are you in a hurry? Listen. Listen to people. Even if some misguided people don't want something, let us listen, let us obey to them. That is the spirit of democracy. And suddenly people sitting here in US, when they are people going to Capitol Hill and taking everything, they are lecturing us about democracy. Not everybody, some friends, some media friends, whose typing is easy, right, in a computer. They are saying India is losing its democratic nature and character. It is India's spirit. Hare Baba. Uttamarerur, when you go, our Cholas told you what democracy is. Our Cholas told you. How to conduct a village. 400 years back, it is there. It is written now in stone. We told you how to conduct a village assembly. How to dismantle an assembly that is corrupt. We told you in Uttamarerur, it is there right now. When the parliament, when Modi ji put the stone, he quoted Uttamarerur, the Cholas. Now you are lecturing us about democracy. We have gone to that level. That is why suddenly when Jaishankar ji comes to US, and he was slightly, because we all know what Jaishankar ji is because we get to meet him. He was only 10% aggressive. Suddenly people are like, oh, India's external affairs minister has come and then he's threatening us. He's just getting warmed up. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. Because this is not an old India where you can dictate and get away with it. Oh, India, human rights violations are happening. Jaishankarji says, in your country also it is happening. This is all new India. Suddenly people are getting uncomfortable, seeing India emerging, India talking strong. That is only our privilege, sir. That we are fortunate to live in an era of Modiji, fortunate to see in front of our eyes India taking its rightful position among the Committee of Nations. That was promised to us on August 15, 1947. And we are sure Tamil Nadu will also go that way very soon. It's a matter of time. தமிழ்ல பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இன்னைக்கு ஸ்டாலின் அவர்கள் நேற்று அவர்களுடைய செயற்குழு கூட்டத்தில் பார்ட்டி ஜெனரல் கவுன்சில் மீட்டிங் ஏங்க that is your general council meeting, that is DMK's meeting, where you have elevated your own sister as some deputy general secretary. You have done everything and you are making democracy to be alive. And there he says, ரொம்ப கேர்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கணும். He saying to his பிஜேபி ஏதாச்சும் பண்ணி உள்ள வந்துருவாங்க 2024 உள்ள வந்தாச்சு பாஸ். Ballot paper in 2024. That's it. It will get reflected. We know. When your senior MP, who is a 6-time MP sitting in the stage, in the same stage where you are speaking about BJP will come inside, the MP wanted somebody to carry his chappal. Carry his chappal. Another stage, our Prime Minister is falling in people's feet for coming 10 minutes late. Yeah, you have example. தமிழ்நாட்டில் இருக்கக்கூடிய மனிதர் இரண்டையும் பார்க்கிறாங்க டிவியில். மன்னிப்பு கேட்கிறாங்க. இங்க ஒரு மேடையின் மீது அமர்ந்து கொண்டு உங்க எம்பிக்கு செருப்பு எடுத்துட்டு வந்து ஒருத்தர் கொடுக்கிறார். சமூக நீதியை பத்தி பேசுறேன். Of all people, you have the guts and the character to talk about social justice. Social justice என்ன நான் சொல்றேன். Social justice is when Atal Bihari Vajpayee had that chance in 1998 to govern, lot of backstabbing here and there. Again he got a chance to govern in 1999. First time BJP's dream, Jana Sangha, so many people died. We are the only party where we have lost 2 of our presidents in mysterious circumstances. Shyam Prasad Mukherjee, Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay ji, both are here to the left and right of Bharat Mata. We are the only party who lost them in different points of time, mysteriously. And the party with all its goal aspiration from 2 MPs slowly climbing, growing in each state, coming to power in 1999 with a huge coalition. You just imagine, sir, any other Prime Minister sitting in that chair, he gets an opportunity to nominate the President of India. Who will he nominate? He will nominate somebody from BJP, somebody from Jansa. We nominated a spiritual Muslim, Dr. Abdul Pakir Jainullah bin Abdul Kalam, to be the president. He said there is no guy greater than APJ Abdul Kalam. By his spirit, by his character, the way he stood for the country, he should be. And as newspaper boy, he started his life as recently had the privilege of going to his home and kind enough to have breakfast with his family members just a month back in Ramanathapuram. The life, the place he started, putting newspapers in the morning in Ramanathapuram, from there climbing Rameshwaram, from there climbing all the way up St. Joseph, Sana University, the best and brightest of the colleges, climbing up. And we gave him that privilege. We said, he deserves it. Sorry, sir. Then Modi ji came, 2014. Second time Modi ji gets an opportunity, BJP side, to nominate a president. Whom did he put? First time a person from the SC community, Ramnath Govind ji. He said, you are a president. Everybody should be represented. You should occupy the highest position, the highest seat. The number one citizen. And Modi ji gets third time opportunity as a BJP Karyakarta, BJP leader to nominate a president. Whom does he give? Draupadi Murmu, ST community, tribal. He says you should be our president. And you are talking social justice to us. The ministers who are in our cabinet, one minister, Sarangi ji, before the last cabinet in Orissa, அடிவைப்பில் அவருடைய தண்ணி அவரே அடிச்சு அவரே குளிச்சுக்கிட்டு அவரே அரசியல் பண்ற ஒருத்தர் கேபினெட் மினிஸ்டர். எவ்ரி சிங்கிள் செக்மெண்ட் ரெப்ரசன்ட். தமிழ்நாடு நம்ம முன்னாள் மாநில தலைவர் முருகன் அண்ணன். He comes from Arundhadiyar community. Arundhadiyar community in Tamil Nadu is supposed to be the lowest of lowest caste. Poorest of the poor, lowest of lowest ன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. அந்த community 72 years, 75 years, nobody had a representative. In the Delhi, first time, Muruganji has gone to Delhi as a minister. Arundhadiyar community, lowest. I've gone to Muruganji, so I took Muruganji as a state committee. When he became a minister as a party, we had the privilege and the honor. I had the privilege and the unique honor of taking Muruganji to his village, called a village called Kodur and Namak. He told me that. என்னுடைய தாத்தா எல்லாம் செருப்பு தைக்கிற தொழில் செஞ்சாங்க. தாத்தா. I've gone to his home, met his parents. They are agricultural laborers. You are talking of social justice to us in Tamil Nadu, 70 years, all kinds of cheating you do. You elevate somebody from your family as deputy general secretary, you clap, and everybody claps. Then your son comes to that mic and he talks, my father is great. Father says, my son is great. You think we are fools? We are fools watching all this, and still you have dream of conquering 2024 and becoming deputy prime minister of all things. பாருங்க, மக்கள் பார்க்குறாங்க. ஒரு காலத்தில் இருந்துச்சுங்க, நீங்களே கேள்வி நீங்களே பதில். யாரும் தெரியாது, கேள்வியும் நானே பதிலும் நானே முரசொலி. You write your own question, you answer your own answer. People will read, oh, great, come on, super is happening, fantastic. That is why I was forced to read page number 21. Still yet to read 1960 and 64. What he wrote in Kudiyarasu. Yet to read. We will read it in the next few months.
You are waiting.
Because this is a social media era. Everybody who has got a cell phone is powerful. Every citizen is making the parties of the government feel accountable. Suddenly our Nilagiri MP Arasana சொல்றாரு, இந்துக்கள் எல்லாம் சூத்திரர்கள், சூத்திரர்கள் எல்லாம் விபச்சாரியினுடைய மகன் இப்படின்னு சொல்றாரு. When whole of Tamil Nadu is now, they're like, how can you say it? One DMK minister silently asked me, we were crossing in the airport, அண்ணா என்னண்ணா புதுசா என்னன்னா எங்க அண்ணா சொன்னாரு, எப்பவுமே சொல்றா தானே சொன்னாரு. கரெக்டுப்பா, கரெக்ட். இப்ப என்ன மாறிடுச்சுன்னா, உங்க அரசியல் மாறல, எல்லோருடைய அரசியல் மாறிடுச்சு. அதான் பிரச்சனை. சோசியல் மீடியா இருக்காது, செல்போன் இருக்காது, மேடையில் மைக் ஆன் பண்ணி வாய்க்கு வந்தெல்லாம் பேசுவீங்க, திட்டுவீங்க. தீப்பொறி ஆரம்பம் பண்ணாங்க, என்ன வேணுமோ பேசுவார், வெற்றி கொண்டாங்க, என்ன வச்சு பேசுவாங்க. அதை 100 பேர் கேட்பாங்க, அதுக்குள்ள கைத்தடிக்க போயிடுங்க. இப்போ என்ன எங்க பேசினாலும் பே ஏரியாவில் இருக்கிற 80 வயசு பாட்டி பார்த்துட்டு கமெண்ட் போடுறாங்க. பேசணும், யார் எது சொல்லு, திடீர்னு இத்தனை பேர் நம்ம பேசுறதுலாம் தப்புங்கிறாங்க. முதலமைச்சர் அவர்கள் இன்னைக்கு சொல்லியிருக்காரு, இன்னைக்கு அந்த செயற்குழு கூட்டத்துல எனக்கு காலையில தூக்கமே வரமாட்டேங்குது, தூக்கமே வரமாட்டேங்குது, நீங்க என்ன பேசுவீங்கன்னு பயமா இருக்கு. காலையில எந்திரிச்ச உடனே நீங்க என்ன பேசிருப்பீங்களோட The chickens are coming home to roost. They are coming home to roost. வட்டியும் முதலுமாக மக்கள் திருப்பி கொடுக்குறாங்க. என்ன எங்க செல்போன் வச்சுட்டு யார் ஓபன் பண்ணுவாங்க, யார் ரெக்கார்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க, யார் போஸ்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க. There is nothing called a closed door meeting. இன்னைக்கு துரைமுருகன் பேசுறாரு. இன்னைக்கு எங்களுடைய தளபதி, எங்களுடைய தமிழகத்தினுடைய முதலமைச்சருக்கு சாதாரண பெண்ணெல்லாம் பயன்படுத்தக்கூடாது, மாண்ட் பிளாங்க் பெண் பயன்படுத்தணும். நானே வாங்கிட்டு வந்திருக்கேன். கேட்டா ஏழைகளுடைய காவலன். Everything people are watching. I'm just giving you some sample of what is happening. I'm not in Tamil Nadu. இங்க வந்து பார்த்தா என்னையா பேசிட்டு இருக்கீங்க? ராஜராஜ சோழன் இந்து இல்லைங்க. நான் இந்தியா விட்டு கிளம்பி வரும்போது நல்லா தாங்க எனக்கு பொன்னியின் செல்வன் படம் ரிலீஸ் ஆகும் பொழுது எனக்கு தெரியும் மக்கள் போய் நம்மளுடைய பழைய கலாச்சாரத்தை பார்க்க போறாங்க. மணிரத்னம் நிச்சயமா நல்லா எடுத்திருப்பாரு. நான் என்ன பொன்னியின் செல்வன் பார்க்கல, நல்லா எடுத்திருப்பாரு. இந்த கிராண்ட்னஸ் இருக்கும். ஏன்னா புத்தகத்தை நம்ம படிச்சிருக்கோம். புத்தகத்தில் இருக்கிற கேரக்டரை நீங்க 50% ஸ்டேஜுக்கு கொண்டு வந்துட்டாவே அது மிராக்கிளா இருக்கும். எனக்கு அப்பவே தெரியும் இவங்க வந்து மாட்ட போறாங்க. இதுல ஆச்சரியம் என்னன்னாங்க, 3 மாசத்துக்கு முன்னாடி இந்த பொன்னியின் செல்வன் ட்ரெய்லரை வந்து முதலமைச்சர் லான்ச் பண்றதா இருந்துச்சு. நானும் கூட புதுக்கோட்டை ஏதோ ஒரு மேடையில பேசினேன். நம்ம முதலமைச்சர் வந்து இப்ப ட்ரெய்லர் லான்ச்சிங் முதலமைச்சர். அவர் பையனும் எஜுகேஷன் மினிஸ்டரும் எங்கடா இன்னைக்கு இசை வெளியீட்டு விழா நடக்குன்னு சொல்லிட்டு இருக்காங்க சென்னையில். அவங்க கவர்னன்ஸே பார்க்கறது இல்லை. முதலமைச்சர் somehow did not go. ஏன் டிஎம்கே காரங்க மாட்டிக்கிட்டாங்கன்னா, அவங்க பொன்னியின் செல்வன் புத்தகம் படிச்சிருந்தா தானே. படத்தை பார்த்து என்னடா சொல்றாங்க, ராஜராஜ சோழனுங்கிறாங்க, கோயிலுங்கிறாங்க, தமிழ கலாச்சாரம் என்ன நடக்குது, நம்ம 1960 இப்படிலாம் சொல்லலையே, புதுசா சொல்லியிருக்காங்களே. அதனுடைய வெளிப்பாடு அன்னை கமலஹாசன் நம்பவே மாட்டீங்க. இங்க லாஸ் ஏஞ்சல்ஸ் தான் இருந்தார் 1 மாசத்துக்கு முன்னாடி. இங்கதான் சுத்திட்டு அப்போ ஒரு ட்விட்டர்ல போட்டிருந்தார், லாஸ் ஏஞ்சலஸ் மாநகரத்துல மக்கள் நீதி மையத்தினுடைய மீட்டிங் நடத்திக்கிட்டு இருக்காங்க. தமிழ்நாட்டிலே வழியை காணாம. லாஸ் ஏஞ்சலஸ் மாநகரத்துல அப்பவே தெரியும் பிக் பாஸ் சீசன் 6 வருது. டிஆர்பி வேற லான்ச் பண்ணி யாரும் ஏதோ பேசணும். மண்ண சீமான காலகட்டத்தில் வெளியே வருவார். நல்லதாங்க இருந்தார். மீடியா நண்பர்கள் ரொம்ப ஸ்மார்ட். அவங்க காலம் என்ன பண்ணுவாங்கன்னா, மீடியா ஒரு அரசியல் கட்சிக்கு ஒரு சின்ன சீக்ரெட் சொல்றேன், உங்களுக்குள்ள வச்சுங்க அட்டி சொல்லிடுவாங்க. எல்லா மீடியாக்குமே ஒரு பொலிட்டிக்கல் பீட் ரிப்போர்ட்டர் இருப்பாங்க. பிஜேபினா இதை தம்பி நீ இந்த கட்சியெல்லாம் பார்த்துருப்பாங்க. இந்த ரிப்போர்ட்டர் காலங்காத்தால் எழுந்திரிச்சோடனே நம்ம கட்சிக்காரன் ஃபோன் பண்ணி, அண்ணாமலை எங்க இருப்பாரு, சீமானன் எங்க இருப்பாரு. அவங்க வேலை என்ன, காலையில் நேராக போய் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் தலைவர்கிட்ட போய் மைக்க நீட்டுவாங்க. ஆனால் எப்படி உங்க கருத்து என்னன்னு, நீங்க கருத்து சொன்ன உடனே பைக் எடுத்துக்கிட்டு அடுத்த தலைவர் எங்க இருக்காங்கன்னு பார்ப்பாங்க. நேரம் அங்க போய் நிற்பாங்க. அண்ணே அந்த தலைவர் அந்த கருத்து சொல்லி உங்க கருத்து தானே. இந்த 2 தலைவர் கருத்து சொன்னதுக்கு அப்புறம் சாயந்தரம் வரைக்கும் தலைவர்கள் கருத்து தான் சொல்லுவாங்க. காலையில் ஆரம்பிச்ச கருத்து நைட்டு வரைக்கும் போகும். இதுதான் தமிழ்நாடு அரசினுடைய இன்றைய மீடியாவுடைய எல்லாமே. கருத்து கேட்டு அங்க கருத்து கேட்டு அந்த கருத்து கேட்டு அங்க கருத்து. நீங்க ஏதோ சொல்லியிருந்தீங்கன்னா கூட லைட்டா அதுக்கு ஒரு மசாலா ஆட் பண்ணி, அண்ணன் அப்படி சொல்லிட்டாருன்னு உங்களுக்கு என்னன்னே தெரியாது. அண்ணன் அப்படி சொல்லிட்டாரா, அப்ப நான் இப்படி சொல்றேன் எழுதுப்பாங்க. இப்ப சீமானன் என்ன ஆகி போச்சுன்னா, யாரு மைக்க நீட்டினாலும் இதை பத்தி உங்க கருத்து என்ன, ஒரு கருத்து. இதை பத்தி ஒரு கருத்து. அமெரிக்கால கலிபோர்னியால குளோபல் வார்மிங் வருதுன்னு கேட்டீங்கன்னா கண்டிப்பா கருத்து சொல்லுவாங்க. ஆமக்கறி சாப்பிடாதனால என்ன ஆயிடுச்சுனாங்க, அன்பார்ச்சுனேட்டா இதுதான் பிரைம் டைம் பாலிடிக்ஸ். இதுதான் பிரைம் டைம் பாலிடிக்ஸ். வெரி அன்பார்ச்சுனேட், வெரி அன்பார்ச்சுனேட். இதை 7 இருந்து 8 வரைக்கும் விவாதம் மேலே. அந்த தம்பி சூர்யாலாம் ரொம்ப நாள் விவாதம். அதில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா பிஜேபி காரங்க மட்டும் ஒரு பக்கம் உட்காந்துருப்பாங்க, எல்லாரும் ஒரு பக்கம், ஆங்கர் அந்த பக்கம். பாதி நேரம் அவங்க சண்டைக்கு வர்றாங்க இல்லையோ, ஆங்கர் மட்டும் சண்டைக்கு வர்றாங்க. பிஜேபியில் முடிவு பண்ணிட்டோம், நாங்க இந்த விளையாட்டு வேலைக்கெல்லாம், இந்த ஸ்கூல் குழந்தைங்க விளையாட்டுக்கெல்லாம் நாங்க வரல. நாங்கள் அரசியல் பண்றோம், மக்கள்கிட்ட போறோம், மக்கள்கிட்ட. நீங்க எப்ப நடுநிலைமையா மீடியா மாறுதோ அன்னைக்கு நாங்க வரோம். நாங்க போனதுக்கு அப்புறம் அதிமுக நண்பர்களும் நாங்களும் போட்டுக்கிட்டோம். இப்ப அன்னைக்கு பார்த்தா அண்ணாமலை சொல்கிறாருன்னு போட்டாண்டே, அண்ணாமலை நான் இங்கதான் இருக்கேன், நான் டிவிக்கே போட்டேன். கீழே பார்த்தா இங்கே ஓரத்துல சிந்தனையாளர்னு போட்டு புதிய புதிய காமெடிகள் நடந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறது. அதனால் இதிலே நம்ம அனைவருக்கும் தெரியும், நேற்று போற இடத்துல நான் சொல்லியிருந்தேன், இந்தியாவை வெளியிருந்து பார்த்தவங்க, குறிப்பாக பாரசீகர்கள், பெர்சியன்ஸ் வந்து அவங்களுக்கு சிந்து அப்படிங்கிற வார்த்தை சா வரல, ஹாதா வந்துச்சு. இந்த ஆறு அந்த ஆறை கடக்க முடியாது. அந்த சிந்து நதியை தாண்டி, ஆனால் 5 நதியை தாண்டி வரும். அதை தாண்டி இந்தியாவுக்குள்ள போய் ஒரு பக்கம் இமாலயம் இருக்கு, ஒரு பக்கம் கடல் இருக்கு, இது ஒரே ஆக்சஸ் பாயிண்ட். அந்த பக்கம் யார் இருக்காங்கன்னு கேட்டா சிந்து நதி நகரவாசிகள் அப்படின்னு சொல்ற சா வரல, ஹா, ஹிந்து. The area that is belonging to this geographical entity with Himalayas on one side, Sindhu Nadi in one side, 2 பக்கம் கடல், அது இந்து மக்கள் வாழுகின்ற இடம். முடிஞ்சு போச்சு. இது 1000 தான். அதனால தான் இன்னைக்கு நம்ம மேல நம்முடைய சாமி மந்திரம் சொல்லும் பொழுது கூட நம்முடைய இனத்துல மட்டும்தான், இந்த ஹிந்து வே ஆஃப் லைஃப்ல மட்டும்தான் மந்திரத்தை இப்படி சொல்லணும். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அந்த சுவாமி எங்க 2 பேர் உட்காந்துருக்காங்க. நான் சாமியோட வேலைக்கு நான் 10% கூட தகுதி இல்லை, எனக்கு தெரியாது. இருந்தாலும் எனக்கு புரிதலை வச்சு சொல்றேன். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அவங்க மந்திரத்துல பவுண்டரியை மார்க் பண்ணுவாங்க. இமாலயா இது, இந்த சிந்து நதி இங்க இருக்கு, இந்த பக்கம் விந்திய மலையை தாண்டி நீங்க இருக்கீங்க. பவுண்டரி மார்க் பண்ணுவாங்க. மந்திரத்துல பவுண்டரி மார்க் பண்ணி முடிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் ஜியோகிராபிக்கல் என்டிட்டி உங்களையே பொசிஷன் பண்ணுவாங்க. நீங்க எங்க இருக்கீங்க? நீங்க இமயமலையை தாண்டி, விந்திய மலையை தாண்டி நீங்க இங்க இருக்கீங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் நாலு, நேரம், நட்சத்திரம் அதெல்லாம் முடிஞ்சு நம்முடைய இனத்துல மட்டும்தான் ஒரு மந்திரம் சொல்லும் பொழுது கூட அக்யூரேட்டா ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணுவோம் அந்த மனுஷன். ஏன்னா பவுண்டரி ஃபிக்ஸிங்கே வந்து சிந்து, இமாலயா இதெல்லாம் தாண்டி பவுண்டரி ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணுவோம். இது பல கோயிலுக்கு கமலஹாசன் போயிருக்காரு, பல கோயிலுக்கு அண்ணன் சீமான் அவர்கள் போயிருக்காரு. பல கோயில் இந்த மந்திரத்தை சொல்றதை கேட்கிறான். ஒரு தடவை கூட என்னங்க அந்த மந்திரம் கேட்க. ஹிந்து என்கின்ற அடிப்படை ஐடென்டிட்டியே இந்த ஜியோகிராபிக்கல் லேண்ட்மாஸ். இதை பல பேர் நமக்கு சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. மெகஸ்தனிஸ் கிட்டத்தட்ட பல 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 நூற்றாண்டுகள், ராஜராஜ சோழன் காலத்துக்கு முன்னாடி 7 நூற்றாண்டுகள். மெகஸ்தனிஸ் அவருடைய புக்கே வந்து இண்டிகா. சைனால இருந்து வேறு யாரெல்லாம் டிராவலிங் சேல்ஸ்மேன் வந்து இந்தியாவை பத்தி புத்தகம் எழுதியிருக்கிறாங்களோ எல்லா புத்தகத்திலையுமே மிகச்சரியான குறியீடு. இதை விவேகானந்தர் அவர்கள் மிக தெளிவா சொன்னார். இவங்க சொல்றதுல ஒரு விதத்துல உண்மை இருக்கு, அது அவங்க புரியாம அந்த உண்மையை சொல்றாங்க. சிகாகோ மாநகருக்கு விவேகானந்தர் 1893 செப்டம்பர் மாசம் வரும் பொழுது வேர்ல்டு பார்லிமெண்ட் ஆஃப் ரிலீஜன்ஸ், எல்லா ரிலீஜன்ல இருந்து கூப்பிட்டு பேச சொன்னாங்க. அது விவேகானந்தர் அவர்களுக்கு வருவதற்கு பதிலாக நம்முடைய சேதுபதி மகாராஜாக்கு கூப்பிட்டுருந்தாங்க. ராமநாதபுரம் மகாராஜா வர சொல்லியிருந்தாங்க. ராமநாதபுரம் மகாராஜா சேதுபதி அவர்கள் விவேகானந்தர் ஆரம்பிச்சாங்க. நீங்க போனதான் சரியா இருக்கும், நீங்க தான் சரியான. நான் என்னை ராஜான்னு கூப்பிட்டுருக்காங்க, நீங்க தான் மகான், நீங்க தான் யோகி, நீங்க போங்க. விவேகானந்தா கேள்வி to Chicago. But Vivekananda was able to speak Swami Vivekananda only in the 19th position. 18 people before him spoke. 18 people who came from different religion. When Vivekananda ji spoke as the 19th representative of Hindu, he mentioned, I don't want to use a word called religion here. Since people who spoke before me, they said, I am from this religion, this is the greatest religion in the world, I am from this religion, which is the oldest religion in the world. I am forced to say, if you call your faith as a religion, I am forced to say, I come from the mother of all religions. He says, I am a Hindu, a practicing Hindu by his way of life. Valviyal murai. Way of life, I am a Hindu. Because when we existed, nobody existed. Chovargal Ramba Alaha Solva. When there is one Kupusami, one Kupusami. When there is 2 Kupusami, how will you differentiate that second Kupusami? When there is 3 Kupusami, how will you differentiate the third fellow? Or a Ramasami? When we existed, nobody existed. 7th century, Islam came. 2nd century, after the Crusade war, Christianity came. When you all came, you started calling you as a religion, which is a way of life. You said, oh, I come from the Islam religion. What is your pretext? You have to do this to be called a Muslim. Fine. But there was a sanctity to that ritual, which was within a box. You don't do this, you are not a Muslim. Yes. With all due respect to the Islam religion, people followed, people accepted. Christianity said, you got to do this, you got to meet Father, you got to go on a Sunday, you got to do this, blah, blah. Yes. Jewish religion, you got to do this, 7th day, you got to take a break, this, blah, blah, blah for you. This is the only religion which doesn't tell anything to us. You want to go to a temple on Sunday? Go. You want to go on Tuesday? Go. You want to pray to God? You pray. You don't want to pray to God? Don't pray. You want to put 3 Tirunuru? Go. You want to put 1? You put. You don't want to put, fair with it, fine with it. Because this is a way of life. Way of life. Practice for thousands of years, centuries. Panjabhuta, everything intertwined together. And the British came, they got so confused. What is this? I've never come across this. How to tame those fellows? How to divide and conquer? Then bring caste. The caste and tribes of southern India. A book was written. The British, you should see that book when you have the opportunity. 6 volumes. How they divide and conquer, they attached caste to people. They said, you are doing this profession, which means you are lower caste. Hinduism never said, you are doing this profession, you are lower caste. No, never said. You said that. Because you came from Britain. And you gave a surname as Wood, as Carpenter, all the surname in Britain, as Smith. You gave a surname based on profession. You classified this as top and lower. You came to India. You saw the profession people are doing. Then you said you are lower caste because you are doing this. We never said it. Then you codified it for 300 odd years. And suddenly when India says, this is not Hinduism, you are misreading, misrepresenting it. A way of life where everybody is same. The meaning of Brahman is so distorted. Then suddenly all this dropped. So I would kindly request Kamalagasan ji, who claimed in an interview that he did missionary activity. Who came to US. When they stopped him in the airport, he said, I am a Hindu, where is stopping me? When the enforcement was very strict post 9/11, suddenly you are saying Rajraj Chandra is not a Hindu. That is why he said, somebody said, what is your comment? I said, I am not commenting. Innala comment pannaga. He said, why? Because I read an English playwright wrote, never fight with a pig. Because when you fight with a pig, you will say, I want to fight. But the pig will take you to ditch. Let us talk about topics that has got some sense into it. Let us argue. If I say, you will say, Annamalai is not a Hindu after 5 years. You want me to come and debate with you and say Annamalai is a Hindu because of so and so. So I think the organizers are telling we have taken a lot of time. I'm so sorry. I also thought hard into it and by your enthusiasm. So many things to it. But the common denominator is we are connected because we are Bharatiya by an identity. Narendra Modi ji has done great things. And I'm sure the great things will happen. Tamil Nadu has been very, very soon. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರುವ ನನ್ನ ಕನ್ನಡ ಮಿತ್ರರು ಯಾರೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೋ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಆ ಪ್ರೀತಿಗೆ ನಾನು ವಾಪಸ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಅಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರೀತಿ ತಾವು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರುವ ತಮಗೂ ನನ್ನ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಸಿ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ತಿಳಿಸಿ. I want to speak all the languages of our country, but unfortunately I'm good in only very few. That is a regret for me always. I'm trying to learn a speaking Hindi, a proper speaking Hindi where I can speak in a mic. I'm trying to understand Telugu now. Slowly trying to start. Probably next time when you invite me to US, I promise you I'll speak in the other languages as well. The beautiful friends who have come in those languages, our sisterly languages. I say namaskaram and thank you to you all for the overwhelming love and affection you have given to us. I think the organizers wanted to take any questions. I think if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer. Thank you so much. Dhanyavad.